Wiltshire in England, and I'm just going to say hello. Hang on, just a second. Hello and welcome. You're watching Steven live from Wiltshire in England. It is now heading towards 5 o'clock on a Tuesday in the UK. Now, I did have a show arranged for today, but we're going to scrap that. I'm going to go with something different. Now, this is a chat show, and if I go up here, I can send out a flare, hopefully, fingers crossed. I can send out a flare to invite people to join us, and I'm just doing that now because I love TikTok Live, and I love the ability to actually broadcast live, and TikTok Live is the perfect platform. So I'm just waiting for a flare to come along, and I'm going to use a flare. I've got two, and use the flare, and the flare's in use. Okay, so we're underway. Right, welcome. This is Steven from wonderful Wiltshire in England, and today we're going to talk about Parkrun. Now, this is quick as a walk Parkrun, and you'll notice the gentleman in orange. There's three guys in orange. The gentleman on the left-hand side in orange is me. And this is quick as walk Parkrun. Quick as walk is in Devizes. And Devizes is in Wiltshire, about 92 miles away from London. It's close to Stonehenge, and it's also close to Salisbury Cathedral and Avebury Stone Circle. So it's in the middle of Wiltshire. In fact, it is the centre of Wiltshire. And thank you for joining from the post, Michael. So hello to Archie, Stoker, and Jenny, and Nazir, and Josh, and Petru. Welcome. Okay, we're talking about Parkrun today. Parkrun is a British thing, okay? And I'm talking about, I'll hold it high so you can see it. I'm talking about Parkrun, okay? Now, this is a British invention. In 2005, in Bushy Park in London, a group of 13 people got together and decided that they would run a 5K. That was the first ever event in 2005. 13 people did it, and they came back the following week and they did it again. Now, 20 years later, there are 1,300 park runs in the UK. Let that sink in. 1,300 park runs in the UK. But there are park runs in Australia, in New Zealand, in Germany, in Holland. There are park runs around the world. What's a park run, you ask? Okay. A park run is a run in the park. And every Saturday at 9 o'clock sharp, 400,000 people around the world get together to do a park run. Now, it's free to enter. Parkrun is a charity, and to enter a park run is totally free. And so that's Michael, and to everybody who's joining. We're talking about Parkrun, which is a UK invention. And there is a parkrun near you. There are 1,300 parkruns in the UK. If you type Parkrun into Google, you'll find a parkrun near you. What do you need to take part? Well, the only thing you need to do is to go to parkrun.org and register. And when you register, you will get, let's show it there, you will get a barcode. That barcode is unique to you. It identifies you. Parkrun is a 5-kilometre race, which is 3.1 miles. It takes place every Saturday, 9 o'clock, 1,300 locations in the UK. You can do a parkrun this Saturday. Okay, and thank you, Cheese Lord, and say hello to Ab and to everybody who's joining. So park runs. This is an actual park run. This is quick as walk park run in Devizes. This is our home park run, and you can see me in the picture actually starting off on a park run. And the lady who's dressed with the blue top is actually a volunteer, and it's part of her job to make sure that everybody has a good time, that everybody knows what they're doing, and to look after everybody. So it's marshalled. And a typical park run may have 30 people marshalling. They're all volunteers. To run in a park run is free. It's a charity. And it's organised by parkrun.org, based down south, and 1,300 events in the UK. All you need to do is register, get your barcode, which is yours for life, and then you can turn up at any park run at 20 to 9 on a Saturday morning. Right? Turning up at 20 to 9 on a Saturday morning, you're going to get a briefing. Now, you can go to any of the 1,300 park runs in the UK. The first thing you need to know is where to run. Okay, now all park runs take place in an enclosed area. There are no roads to cross, no traffic lights, no roundabouts. You're running in parkland. Park runs are in countryside, mainly. Although there are exceptions, but if we go, say hi to William, we're talking about Parkrun. Thank you for joining. It's free to join. You can run 5 kilometres at a park run Saturday morning. Get there at 20 to 9. And the first thing that takes place is a briefing. And the briefing for first timers, first time you visit a course, you need a briefing. You need to know where the course goes. Now, in Quaker's Walk, what we have is a course which is in a shape of a P, and it goes up, turns right, goes around, and then comes back down, and then goes up, turns right. It's a loop. So you do 3 loops of the track. Now, at a park run, you're going to get anything from 30 people to 800 people. Depends how popular the park run is. What you are going to do is make friends. You can talk to any of the volunteers anytime. You'll meet them all the way around the course. They're marshalling the course. They're there to guide you. But go left, go right, don't come here. They're there to cheer you on. And all of them will. Yeah? The most famous shout at a park run is well done. And as you go past a marshal, they will say to you, well done. And they mean it. Because marshals are there for the enjoyment, for being in the fresh air for an hour, to actually meet other people, to actually network. This is one of the best forms of, thank you Amanda for joining, this is one of the best forms of networking there is a park run. And I'm going to hold this so anybody actually looking in here is going to see the word park run and know that I'm talking about park run. So we'll hold that there for a moment. And if you spot that, we're talking about park run, UK invention, started in 2005. It's got 1,300 sites in the UK. It's free. So at 20 to 9, you start and you have a briefing from one of the volunteers, and they will tell you exactly what the circuit is so that you know. Now, you can follow everybody else, but if you've got a mind map of the route that you're actually going to go, it helps. And that's the first thing that you actually gain. Now, then at around about 10 to 9, they do the introduction to Parkrun, which tells you about Parkrun, tells you about the volunteers on the course, and gives a shout out to anybody who's visiting from another Parkrun. Okay, gives a shout out to everybody who's done 25 park runs, 50 park runs, 100, 250. So we celebrate everybody who actually takes part. And Angelica and I are over in Melksham next Saturday. Melksham's in Wiltshire in England, and Angelica and I will be there, and we're marshalling for the day. So we'll be there about 8:30. The event starts at 9. And you'll find us on the course at Parkrun, marshalling one of the points along the course so that nobody gets lost, everybody has access to help, and everybody gets cheered on. And by the end of the session, some of the marshals are actually hoarse from actually saying hello to everybody, as I say hi to. Let's just catch up. We're talking about Parkrun, and I just want to say hi to Liam, and to Petrut, and to Oscar, welcome Oscar, Anka, welcome, and the Swan, Tiki Toki, hello, beautiful name by the way. So 9 o'clock, the course director, and it's a different one every week, they're all volunteers, the course director will say 3, 2, 1, go, and that's it. You're off on your own or with a group of friends running around the parkrun course. If it's a 1-lap course, you'll go around the course once. If it's a 2-lap course, you'll go around the course twice. And if it's a 3-lap course, you'll go around the course 3 times. And each time round, you'll get to know the marshals. You get to know people who are running with you. This is a social event. Yeah. Now, do you have to be fast at a parkrun? No. Okay, at a parkrun, you can walk. And if you want to go for a Saturday morning walk in the countryside, meet new people, then Parkrun is the event to go to, because it has from 30 to 800 people there. Most parkruns are 100 to 200, and you'll meet new people. You'll meet people you recognise. You'd be surprised who actually takes part in a parkrun. And all you have to do is to get your trainers on and be there at 9 o'clock and set off with everybody else. So you run around the course as many times as you got to, and then when you get to the end, you've got a finish funnel. And in the finish funnel, you collect a token. Yeah? You've got a token, and that token is your number. Okay, so everybody who goes to the finish funnel gets a consecutive number. You then take your barcode and your token, and you go to one of the barcode scanners. And they will scan your barcode. They will scan the widget you've been given. Whenever you use a word, just say widget. They will scan the token you've been given, and you've then got a time. You have recorded publicly against your name the time it took you to do that course. How long does it take to do a parkrun? It depends how fast you are and how fit you are. There are people in their teens who can run the course in 17 minutes. They can run 3 miles in 17 minutes. That's just over 5 minutes a mile. There are people at the back, if we look back here, people at the back who are actually walking, and they will do the course in anything up to 1 hour and 7 minutes. It doesn't matter. It's not a race. The only person you're racing is yourself. All you're trying to do when you go to a park run is improve on last week's time. And thank you, Stephen Harris joining, and David and Mia and Arej and Daryl. We're talking about park run every Saturday, 9 o'clock in a park near you, 1,300 in the UK. Google Parkrun. Google Parkrun. And it doesn't matter how fit you are. You can do it in 17 minutes. You can do it in 1 hour and 7 minutes. Doesn't matter. The marshals will be there until the last person finishes. Now, in a park run, you can never finish last. Yeah? You can never, ever finish last. Because you've got marshals around the course. You have park walkers like the lady in blue next to me. You have tail walkers, and their job is to come last. To look after people at the back, and nobody ever finishes last in a park run. Only the tail walker. And they know they're going to finish last, and they're prepared for that. Now, it has to be said that volunteers get credits, which are not worth money. They're just worth kudos, really, and thanks for actually taking part. And everybody does it to get out in the fresh air. Everybody's in a good mood. Everybody who takes part in a park run is in a good mood. You don't go to a park run to be angry. You go to a park run to enjoy yourself, to actually walk, run, jog or jeff 5 kilometers, 3.1 miles, and just basically, well, for me, it's the center of my week. Okay, when I've done, when I and Angelica have done, true story, we've done a park run on a Saturday, and we go to Quakers Walk behind me, or we go to Melksham as we're doing this next Saturday. We then get home and we have coffee and crumpets, and we watch Saturday Kitchen live. And that's a tradition. Whichever park run we do, we can relax. You feel good. You've just run or moved 5 kilometers. So there's a feel-good factor to all this. And it's just so enjoyable. It's the best form of networking there is. You'll meet people of your own age because the park runners are from 14 to 94. Okay, so there's bound to be somebody of your age in that range. And all you have to do is turn up. And if you want to have a time, go to parkrun.org and register. Now, Angelica and I are lucky. Now, this is not just to say hello, say hi. Parkrun started in England, and there are 1,300 parkruns in the UK, but it's global. Parkrun is in 28 countries around the world. And if you go to Australia, on a Saturday morning, you can do a park run. Now, because it's warm in the summer in Australia, they tend to start earlier. Check before you go. But we went to visit my son and his wife in Brisbane. And one of the things that we wanted to do whilst we were in Australia was to do a park run. So we travelled out on the Friday to Noosa, which is basically an hour and a half from Brisbane. And Noosa has its own park run. And the park run goes through what I can best describe as jungle for a mile and a half. And then you get to this great lagoon, with a sandy beach. And then you turn around and come back. And we met many people there. Because again, you've got marshals all along the course. You can't go... Well, it's difficult to get lost at Noosa because it's one way in and one way out. So you run there, mile and a half, and then you run back a mile and a half. We've been to park runs in Holland and a number of Dutch park runs that you can actually join for free of charge. Once you've got your barcode, you can run anywhere in the world. The barcode is your identification. And the one Van Heek Park is just over the border. It's close to Germany, and we just turned up, and there were 28 people there, and we were 2 of them, and they welcomed us with open arms because we travelled all the way from England, and we were able to chat with people. I couldn't speak Dutch, but they can speak German and English. In fact, their English is better than mine, and we had a conversation all the way around. And we did the park run. It was a freezing morning, but we really enjoyed it. So you can travel the world with park run. Then in September this year, we went to Germany. And Germany has its own park runs. And we went to a park run in Germany. Angelica went to 2. And I was fortunate to go to 1. There were 28 people. It was a beautiful setting. If you can imagine a lake surrounded by a forest, and the track runs through the forest, and it's paved for part of the way, and it's a path through the woods, and you just lose yourself in nature because you're out in the country, you're with a group of people who enjoy running like you do. And you have a great time. And then afterwards, there's refreshments. Okay, especially at the Quakers Walk Park Run, there is a cafe just on the canal. And you can go to the cafe and you can have coffee and cake for £2. Say hi to Chloe. We're talking about Parkrun, which is a British invention. If you like walking, running, jogging or jeffing, then you can actually join us. Anywhere in the country, 1,300 park runs. Google Parkrun, and you'll find a park run near you. So if you're looking to get fit or to stay fit, now I've got my running gear on, basically because this is a show about running, and I went out for a run this morning. First of all, I went for a walk into town to the baker's to get some fresh bread, and then I went for a 2-mile run. And I basically, during the week, Monday to Friday, I train for the park run at the weekend. That's the way it works. That's my fitness routine. I wear my Garmin, okay, and my Garmin tells me how well I'm doing. Now, I did a broadcast which you'll find on Amazon. If you search for Steven Healey on Amazon, you'll find that I talked about Parkrun and I talked about the Garmin on Amazon. I'm not going to mention something else I may have talked about, but I'm trying to be good. So Parkrun, British invention. You can go to a Parkrun every Saturday, 9 o'clock in the UK, in England, Ireland, Scotland and Wales. You can go to Australia, New Zealand, Japan, Hong Kong, Germany, Holland. There aren't any parkruns in France though, and that's because of the health requirements of, well, the national health requirements of France. There aren't any there at the moment. If things change, then there'll be French parkruns too. But at the moment, you could travel through Europe and go to several parkruns in several different countries. Now, they're all on a Saturday, although there may be a special parkrun on New Year's Day or on Boxing Day. Depends on the parkrun site itself. Each parkrun is managed by what's called a core team. So the group of people who actually run the parkrun every week, and they basically, the first thing they've got to do is get enough volunteers to actually run the parkrun. And depending on the course, you might need 10 volunteers or 30 volunteers. And they will ask for volunteers. If you do volunteer at Parkrun, it's a great thing to do. As I say, we're volunteering this weekend. We will be in Melksham, Angelica and I, and we'll be volunteering. That means that we are helping the race, the Parkrun, to take place. With no marshals, no Parkrun. That's the equation. So there's got to be a number of marshals present, and they're there to help you. They are friendly. They're out in the fresh air. They're enjoying themselves. Jenny, hello. And if you Google it, Parkrun on Google, you'll get there. Now, if there isn't a Parkrun near you, wherever in the world you're watching, you can contact parkrun.org and they will help you, if it's at all possible, to start a Parkrun near you. But with 1,300 Parkruns, I think most of us cater for. I know that we've got 8 Parkruns within an hour of where we are. So you've got plenty of choice. And because you've got your barcode from parkrun.org, you can run any Parkrun. You just turn up. You don't have to announce yourself. You don't have to book it. You just turn up around about 20 to 9. You have the first timers briefing if it's the first time you've been there. You have the course director who tells you about course conditions that day, tells you about any special people who've run 50 Parkruns, 100 Parkruns, 250 Parkruns, people who volunteered 25 times, 50 times, and basically where people have come from. So in our Quakers Walk Parkrun, we've got people from Yorkshire, we've got people from Somerset, we've got people from London. We have people from all around the country visiting Quakers Walk, because one of the things you can do with Parkrun is you can collect your alphabet. And basically, every Parkrun's got a different name. Yep. And ours is Quakers Walk Parkrun, so we're a queue. So people come to devisers. They don't just come for the race and go. They come, park up and look round the town. This is a great way to get people interested in your town, is to have a Parkrun, because people come from all over the country. In actual fact, it's not too much of a stretch to say people actually come from all over the world to actually do a Parkrun. Okay, let's catch up with people who are joining and say hello to AJ, hello, Rusty Pom, Jenny Keane, and Carmino and Finn. Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me live today. You're watching Steven live from wonderful Wiltshire in England, and as I say, I did have a show planned for today. Okay, wait a minute. I did have a show planned for today. Right, this is where I live, This is close to where I live. I live about 30 minutes away. We've changed from Parkrun now. I've done the Parkrun part of this. If you're interested in Parkrun, then I will somehow get a link to you of the session I did today on Amazon.com, on Amazon Live. But for the moment, we are TikTok. We are TikTok Live. This is a TikTok Live exclusive. I'm using TikTok Live Studio, and it is an amazing piece of software. And if you're on desktop, you can download it. It's an alternative to your phone, and you can go live on your desktop. And you can bring in text, you can bring in images, you can bring in video, all from the one place. And it's equivalent of Restream, or Be Live, or StreamYard. Okay, it's got everything you need to do a live broadcast, all in the one place. Built by TikTok and tested by millions of people around the world. And it simply works out the box, and you can download it for free right now. Rizzy, hello, and Tasli Maktar, hello, welcome. And you're watching Steven live from wonderful Wiltshire in England. Now, basically, what do I do for a living? I teach people how to broadcast live. Okay, and I've been doing that for the last 8 years. I've got courses on Udemy, and if you want to know how to go live, I've got a course coming out. Let's go down here. If I scroll down, I should see something over here somewhere. And there we are. I've got a course coming out. Okay, down here, beginners, broadcasting for beginners is due out soon. I'm writing it at the moment. And start your brand, build your brand with live streaming. Both those will be Udemy courses which you can take later this year or early next year. So I am a Udemy tutor, and broadcasting for beginners and build your brand with live streaming will be available soon. And broadcasting for beginners is going to be free. So if you've ever thought about being my side of the camera, and how do you get here? How do you learn to broadcast? What do you need to do? A step-by-step guide will take you through knowing nothing to being able to go live effectively. And that's basically broadcasting for beginners, and it will be available. And Little John, as soon as it's available, I shall let you all know. And basically, I'm just enjoy being live on Amazon. And I want to say big thank you for actually joining me today. This basically, I'm wearing a Garmin at the moment, and the Garmin will tell me whether I relaxed during this live broadcast. I'm pretty sure that I did. And let's go over here and just check. And thank you if you joined from the flare. Thank you if you joined from my post. Thank you everybody who's actually dropped in and said hello. I'm just waiting until the flare turns over, and then I'll take a break. Angelica's cooking tonight. I don't know what's cooking, so hello to Kale. And to Paul. We've been talking about Parkrun, and if we go back here, so you know what this broadcast has been about, and I'm going to go down here, and hopefully this will work, and we're there. So today's broadcast has been all about Parkrun. There is a Parkrun near you. There are 1,300 Parkruns in the UK. It's free to join. It's a charity. It's free to join, and it's free to be there. Saturday morning, 9 o'clock, 3.1 miles, 5 kilometres. You can't beat it. To get out in the fresh air, to meet new people of your own age, ages from 14 to 94. Probably 14 to 100, but 14 to 94 will do. And meet, greet, and run. And you don't have to run. Okay. Some people run the 5K in 17 minutes. Not me. What I do is I Jeff. Now Jeff is Jeffing is named after Jeff Galloway, who was a USA Olympic athlete. And he came up with this system where you don't have to run the 3.1 miles continuously. What you do is you run for 15 seconds, walk for 30 seconds, run for 15 seconds, walk for 30 seconds, and you repeat. And you repeat that for the length of the course. Now, the thing about this is, we can all run for 15 seconds. We don't have a problem with that. Even if you're unfit, you can run 15 seconds. Okay, then you get a 30-second rest, and then you do the 15 seconds again. So 15 seconds run, 30 seconds walk, repeat. And my partner Angelica did the London Marathon, Jeffing. She did the London Marathon, which is 26 miles, 385 yards, in 6 hours, 30 minutes. Jeffing. So the technique works. Angelica's proved it. I prove it every Saturday as well at Parkrun. And I'm grateful to the world of running. It keeps me fit. It keeps me on my toes, literally. And I'm just grateful to Dan for joining us. We've been talking about Parkrun. That's a Parkrun behind me. You can see 3 guys in orange. And basically, I'm the guy on the left. As you can probably tell from the top. This is that top. It's been washed a few times since then, though. Okay, this is Steven, live on TikTok using TikTok Live Studio. I'd like to say a big thank you to everybody who's watching now, everybody who's watched during the course of the broadcast. I'm back tomorrow at 3:10 in the UK. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. Do go to Parkrun. Last shout out for Parkrun. Find a Parkrun near you. If you're in Melksham on Saturday at King George's Park, then I'll be there. Angelica will be there. Take care. Enjoy yourselves, and goodbye for now.